Why is the cap biting? It's a new technique. Bite, make biscuits. Well, she came today. It's a Grundolf. It's a $600 pump, stainless steel and brass. There's no bearings in this. It runs off of water, so water fills the contact surfaces. It is 3/4, so I can use my existing fittings, and they're tapered threads like they're supposed to be. So I'll put some Teflon and screw that one on there. This will be my PEX that goes to one of my manifolds, so it's got to shut off at the manifold. Then this will be my one-way valve, so the water can only go this way. This way, when you turn the hot water, it doesn't pull from the cold side, it only pulls from the hot side. This will have to go all the way up. Then I'm going to have a shut-off valve right here. So it's going to be fitting, short piece over to here. I got to figure out a way to mount this in such a way that it's not hanging on the pipe. It's about 5 pounds. Stainless steel around here. It's nice brass. Then I'm not going to use this, but I'm going to use a Belkin Wemo. And I've got an outlet about 6 feet away. So yeah, I think I've got everything here I need. Don't need all these other fittings. We'll need these fix rings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So a few extras for later. Okay, so I bought a bracket here, made it a 3/8 bolt, made a little short fitting in there. Just wanted something to attach this to. There really isn't a very good way to attach this. This is going to be the output. I'll go right in here. That's cold. So just right there, yeah, not very far. Then I'll have to shut down the entire system probably and drain the hot water. But this is the future recirculating line. So I'm going to cut this, put a 90 degree, probably cut it right about here. Maybe I'll relocate it. So I got plenty of room over here. I don't know. If I take a 90 at an angle, I can kind of just zoom it over there, but I got to get into there, so I need to be back there. Well, anyhow, I got to go from there to there. And yeah, then staple this up, but my plug happens to fit into this plug, which I put in a few years ago for this, which is an automatic line shutter offer. But this thing doesn't move so easy, so I've never really enabled it. It probably needs to be taken apart. Probably whoever soldered that end didn't do like the world's bestest job there. But that's why I have that outlet there, so already good there. This is just extra. You just tuck that right back up there. That's good. So yeah, getting closer. I did plug it in for a moment and make sure it worked. I almost effed up. I put this, which is the backflow preventer. So this has a little valve that won't let the water go that way. And it has to be level like that. They recommend this. Now this can be removed to purge air out of the system. And so I was swapping this end on there and vice versa, I realized there wasn't a lot of pipe thread in there, Teflon. In fact, this had none, and this had a little bit. So we were kind of lucky that that occurred. So I took these out and lubricated them with some Teflon tape. This is just a little rubber padding because if this vibrates, which it doesn't sound like it will, it vibrate against there. So just a little cushioning. There's a little piece right there. So this is my plywood stand here. Just something to get around there. So yeah. I bought some Wemos, some Vulcan Wemos, so I'll plug it right into there and just shoot that over there. I think this is the cold water shut off for the upstairs for the cold. And there's probably a hot one around here as well. Yeah. So, oh, and I'm mixing fittings. Apparently, you can use the crimp-on with any form of PEX. So I got PEX A here, but I got PEX C pipe or B, I forget which, that I'm going to use here. I can use either, but I have all my fittings for the regular PEX crimp. So I'm going to use the crimpers on there. So I'm going to do this one next. That one's a short one. That won't take a lot. Short piece is perfect for there. So I just shoved this in. This is like a shark bite fitting. You just push it in there, and that's all it is. Of course, you can see I'm not using any of those. I bought that for when I was going to redo the bathroom, but they ended up doing their own thing, them being the plumbers. So now I just got to figure out where I want this. I think I want to bend her down. I think I want to cut it right about where my thumb is. So, hello? Then you just use these crimps I bought. Unfortunately, this is only a 1/2 inch, so I can only use this 1/2. I got one that's flexible, but uses vice grips. I'll go ahead and check that later, but that's it. So there to there. So theoretically, I can just turn that water on and water come right out there. Let's not do that now. Well, I attach that end, run this over here, attach this end, tighten it down, crimp this. Had the end in there, but guess what? Forgot to crimp that one, turn the water on, and she shot right out. So we're going to go get the crimper tool and recrimp, well, crimp it, period, not recrimp it. Definitely remember that one. Not more water this time. Oh, well. Yeah, I was kind of surprised. The amount of water that came out when I initially opened it was just a little bit, just barely any water. So that's cool. So, not sure if it's going to leak, but I know it leaks now. So, I had a brush hog last week, but this is like a different level of hog. That's cool. So I guess I picked the right day to work from home. So they're going to clear this area out today. And what's going on is a couple things. They're going to repave the road. They're going to grind it down and keep it the same level. They're finally going to put a drain in here. So they're going to put a drain up there and a drain all the way through here. I'm glad they kept that tree. Yeah, that tree right there. She's the keeper, all right. God damn, it looks ugly. So they're gonna dig the bush out here, or that one right there, and plop it over there for us. And then put a connection point where I can connect a future drain here. Future being a lot sooner than it was, because now there's gonna be something to connect to. And they're gonna kind of keep going through here and keep going through here. So my yard's all gonna be fucked up. See the water's running. Got a nice little stream going here. I don't know if they're gonna fix this so it's down here and up here, but I've talked to 2 people and asked. They're gonna fix this. And then the drain will kind of go right through here and then connect to there, and I'll be able to connect here. They're gonna leave me a connection point here as well. Then they're gonna put another drain over there that's connected to here, so the water will go from here to there, and then it's gonna shoot straight back. And that's what he was clearing. Now they told me they were clearing tomorrow, so I was a little surprised when I looked outside. And oh man, I just filled that pothole. Fuck. So yeah, he came through the machine. He's kind of cleared out a path. They're gonna probably have to take these. So the sewer's here. It's got, I guess, I think they're taking the trees out. I don't know what they're doing, but it's kind of going back through there. They'll probably want to avoid the gas line. Yeah. So I don't know where they're going here, but yeah, you had fun cleaning this out. So that's the excitement today, and yeah, you really can see the for sale sign now. Unfortunately, our neighbor is in hospice. She's also 94, so yeah, there's that. I can't park there anymore. Oop. Bad editing. Oh, and another thing, they're gonna cut right through my driveway. So I'm hopeful they're just gonna repave this area and maybe we'll get another few years out of this. I don't know. Yeah. So yeah, I'm cooking dinner again tonight. I buy these on the Amazons. It's pad thai, so it comes with all the stuff you need, pretty much. So we need, it's got instructions, and then you put some liquid in here. Put the liquid going in here. Turn the flameage on. I like this. So then we got some noodles, and we got some peanuts to go at the top, and then we got some sauce. And you make your own protein. So she likes these little bottom feeders. So I'm gonna let these defrost. They're frozen. They're pre-cooked. Are they pre-cooked? Maybe we should go check on that. Next stove will be induction. For now, we got the old gasolator. So are these pre-cooked? Yeah, cooked. So I'm just really heating them. And then usually I put an egg in there as well. So yeah, this should take about 20 minutes. So we got boiled water, noodles. You also cook the sauce at the same time. I'm also making myself some vegetables. And these come right out of the bag, so they're easy. I don't know why they include entire tomatoes, but sometimes I will usually have to cut this up a little bit there. We'll just put we got the flamages. So yeah, and we'll do the results in a moment. So after the noodles are done, then I just mix it all together, put the secret sauce in, and hand it to the intended victim. She hasn't figured out there's poison in there yet. Mine's poison vegetables. No. So I did some interwebbing and found a couple of things. So we'll turn this on. You hear the hum? Well, what if I hit this switch right back here? Same amount of hum. Interesting. So if I unplug it and hit the switch, I got no hum. If I switch it back, I got a lot of hum. So what I'm switching are the connectors on the back, XLRs, between a regular RCA jack. So here's an RCA jack. So apparently there's some resistors in there that may be bad. So I'm gonna convert to XLR, which is called a balanced line. See if that makes a difference. But I got the schematic. I don't want to tear this apart. I don't want to be soldering shit on there, but I might have a fix. But here how it's quiet now. So yeah, those cables come tomorrow or Friday. I forget which. It's cold in here. Spike, you happy? Well, I had a bunch of steel and trash, and I put it down here Now it's gone. So steel goes quickly. I've given up on these windows. I kept 5. I'm probably gonna make a greenhouse kind of thing for starting seeds in the future. But yeah, it's gone. That's I usually have some pretty high quality trash. I mean, that was just straight up stuff. So it looks like they came and marked the water line. I could have told you that. Yeah, they're gonna have fun. They're gonna be digging through here. They did the neighbor's power line, which is of course buried. You know so because it is so. Oh, cable TV. It's just hilarious because she probably doesn't have cable, but really has a 3D look to it. They did a fine job here. Completely pissed off the neighbors. Apparently, those 2 trees were a very rare tulip tree. I think they call it a cigarette tulip. I don't know. I mean, it's a cool tree, but I didn't know it was rare. So that's good. We're gonna have them dig this one out and just move it. So things are progressing. I'm not sure what this dotted line's for. Not exactly straight. And then this is kind of hilarious. So whoever painted this line here, oh, that's the water line going down here. Now you know why it's over here, because in the 80s, the street ended right here. They added this for parking, which is why my telephone pole's right next to the curb versus back a few feet. But yeah, they got the paint in the water, so it's slowly floating around. So that's cool. So I deconstructed some pallets at work, and now I'm going to tear them apart more. This is pretty thick plywood here, so I should be able to bang this out. I'm going to try and take these out without destroying anything. But that's a big piece of really nice thick plywood. Not that thick. It's it's half-inch thick. Then I got these boards, 1-inch pine boards. I'm going to let this be connected. Then I got a whole bunch of plywood here. And I'm just going to try and deconstruct as much as I can now. So I got all the wood out of here and somewhat broken down into flat goods. Now I got to cut the metal pieces off. These don't come off without destroying the wood. They're in there. And in fact, on some of these, like these round things here, you can actually see they go all the way through the wood. I tried on one piece. So basically I just cut a little bit beyond it. So... and make a pile of stuff, but shouldn't take long now that I'm set up. I use like every nail here possible, but once we got one end up, we're able to just arc it off and do power leverage. Some of these I just cut off, like down here, because there were so many nails. They're wooden blocks on the side, and yeah, we got it up a little bit. I just took the reciprocating saw, just kind of shaved down there. But got to get this flat stuff in. It's gonna rain tomorrow, so what? It does nothing, absolutely nothing. Oh, it was watching a squirrel come down to the feeder and going, "Where's my food?" So I got a bad update on the squirrel with the white ears. Unfortunately, he was located yesterday when I was walking on the sidewalk. He wasn't two-dimensional, but he definitely was kind of just laying there, so that's kind of sad because he had, character. So I figured this out. Basically, I drew a line and then came in with the metal cutting saw, just kind of opened it up like this, and then laid my track saw and cut along there. So this is the only one I think I have left that's fully enclosed. That one isn't. I think those are actually free, so I'm almost done. The only questionable piece is this one. I left this one be because maybe I want it picture framed like that, where you got the plywood on there, the regular wood. So I don't know. Joe wants to drive our car today, so we're gonna play shuffle around. But ironically, that will give me room and space to put the plywood over there. What am I to use this for? Well, my father has a project at Beechmere, a property on South. We'll probably use the thicker sheets for. I got more wood coming, probably another truckload, as well as I can use this on the ceiling in our media TV room before we put up the tin ceiling. So I can put strips down across, level the ceiling, put this on there, and then when I'm nailing up the metal sheets, I can just do it anywhere because I don't really care if I hit a stud, so to speak. So yeah, it's good stuff. It's not very thick, but it's good stuff. Turned out to be a pretty nice day here. A little hot. Okay, well, unfortunately, all this stuff I really can't use. There's just too much metal here. So, but some of the other pieces I was able to use, so I cut all these out. I'll scrap those, but I have these. These will be handy for when I get around to the you know, the project I've been avoiding, the kitchen, because I got all the different levels, so I can use these as shims. So if I got a board going across, I can put a shim, 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 not fill the entire cavity, and I can adjustulate it. So they'll be handy. And look, I got different sizes. That's cool. This stuff I'm going to donate to Habitat for Humanity. It's from Work at Shooter. It's been sitting around since 2019. I may keep one of these thresholds, but couldn't scrap it. These I decided to keep because for my parts bin, I'm going to use those. Some of the bins, while they're hanging at the top, they're leaning back. I can put this underneath there and just tack a couple screws there just to stabilize it so the bins stay vertical. Optimization, not necessary. This I think I'm going to donate when I donate those. Drove the truck to work because I got the wood, and unfortunately, as expected, but not expected, that disc brake is now rubbing, getting hot. So I did the other one 2 weeks ago. Still had the box to send back to O'Reilly's Auto Parts. That's a commercial, not sponsored, nothing to do with them. They just seem to be better than Advanced. And so now I got to take that back, get the $50 core back, and then get a new one for this one and swap-elate that. I did, however, get the backing plates. Those were $200 to $300 normally. If you went to like Advance or any of the other places. So we got some backing plates from the eBay and from Ford Parts. These are substantially cheaper. So yeah, these were $23 a piece, if I remember correctly, plus shipping. So I'll be able to put one on today when I do this. I think I'm doing this today. It looks like there's only one bolt that holds it on there. Maybe, oh no, two here, one there. So three. So probably not going to take the other side off to do that. Ooh, look, it's got a scoop. But they're definitely Ford parts, so it should last as long as Ford parts last. I don't know. So yeah, it's today's fun. It's definitely bright outside. I fear the days are coming near. She's disoriented as usual. She's 19, going on 20. I don't know when her birth date is, but she's walking, she's eating, so it's definitely fun. George, I gotta go save her, the pricker bush. I really don't want to have the conversation again with the vet. The last time I had that conversation, said she was fine. She wasn't in pain. She's just old. I'm in pain and I'm old. I should be put down. So, it says Boy and Panther Club. That looks like a dog. He seems a little devilish. I don't. It's art, but it's weird art. Is he wearing a fig leaf? I think so. This is weird. John Severance. I don't think you got your money's worth here.
I can't remember his name, but really famous motorcycle collector's got one in his collection. Jay Leno. Jay Leno. Yeah.
It's not gonna catch on fire, is it? Okay, because he does. It's a fucking rotary. This is very rare.
All original.
Sweet.
Hasn't moved from that spot in over 40 years. 40 years?
So it gets great gas mileage.
It's got 2,600 miles on it. All.
I don't know what this would do. So we're here on Mayfield Road in Mayfield Heights. We found ourselves a new restaurant, a Krispy Kreme. So we crossed 4 lanes of traffic and here we are. I think this is where they make the donuts. The donuts come out there. Yeah. What that machine does. No donuts. Recording. Sophie just reminded me I'm not recording. Like the cops. That one's pretty cool too. And out. What is that? A bow tie blanket. So the kid came home yesterday. Car makes an awful sound. It sounded like it was the front. I replaced the rotor and the pads on the front. Picked the car up, ran it with the engine on. Not a good, safe idea. Didn't hear any weird sounds. Took it for a test drive. Sounds like hamsters making more hamsters on broken glass. Then jacked up the rear. Go to take the tire off. Pretty sure this is where a majority of the noise is coming from. It's the rain dust shield. So I did a rust shield delete. Literally pulled it off. And maybe some other issues here, but that is definitely the big issue. Ugh. So recap of where we are. It was making weird sounds. It was intermittent. It sounded like grinding. I took this off, replaced the front pad. Sound didn't go away. Came back this morning, found out that the brake shield was completely detached, and that was what was making the noise. But since I already replaced this side, I figured I better replace this side. So then I went to replace this side. I got the wheel off. I was dealing with the stupid stud that's stripped that I keep avoiding, and I needed to move the wheel out a little more to get access to this bolt here. I got in the car. It's electric steering. I pressed to start. When I did that, I hit the brake. The cylinder came out just enough that I couldn't push it back in. I took the whole thing off, put it on the bench. I got it back in, put it all back together. She took it for a test drive, came back. The wheel was really hot because the brakes were rubbing. So I ordered a new caliper from O'Reilly's, and I grabbed it, and I'm putting that back in. Now we got to bleed this a second time. And then hopefully this all works. So she'll have a new caliper, pretty much all new, except for the hose, which I ain't replaced at this moment. But yeah, this has been a mitigated failure. So ironically, I got the core in a box here. I got this core, and when I was there, they didn't record this sale, so I couldn't say buy the other side of that one. There were 3 different caliper types, so now I got to dig out what I bought there, which is sitting in the box there. So maybe later today I'll take that core back and this core back and get like almost $100 back, and then buy the one there that I still have to do that I haven't even got to yet. But it hasn't rained much, so that's good. Okay, well, we took the cores back. We had the right part number. He gave me the right side. Everything's going to plan. I've done the other side. I knew what to expect, with the exception of taking this piece off, which you can see I got off. But unfortunately, right there, I ripped it off because that one nut wouldn't come out. And that nut, it went right there, and it's an 8mm nut. It kind of looks like this. So basically, what I did, enhance, is I filed it with said file, and made a 7mm fit on there and just banged it on there. I do have a strip nut remover that's smaller and bigger, and then I had a full kit, but unfortunately it looks like I bought it used, and whoever used it used that one particular one. It was all worn out, so it wouldn't fit. And it, it's a fine line. It's got to fit tight enough to pull off. So we can replace this. It's just an 8mm nut. The other ones came out fine. I already cleaned up on them. Those two go up there and de-enhance there and down there. So we're ready to plop this on here. Oh, she looks beautiful. So, yep, hopefully the rest of this goes smoother. It should.